Good evening, everybody, and thank you very much for joining us on Rock and Roll Interviews. Tonight I have some of the greatest people in rock and roll. On my left, I have the lovely, talented, beautiful fangirl named Ruth. And over here on my right, I have a young lady who occasionally sings in a rock and roll band called The Damn Truth. Her name is Miss Leela.
The queen.
And over here on the far left, I have a big muscular man named Matt. And Matt's here to make sure that all of the other people leave us alone. So I'm just going to be asking a couple of questions
No, that's on tape. We're going to say
our friend Leela. Lee, you just got back from England. Is there any food that you're missing that you ate while you were in the UK?
Lots of cookies.
Lots of cookies.
Much
I have a
delicious
question.
butter cookies and Scottish butter cookies.
Did you try haggis too?
No, I haggis is delicious.
Why is
Because
haggis?
of the onions and the spices. It's just like any kind of meat that you cook with a ton of spices and onions and deliciousness. It's very good.
Yum.
Very good.
So now I'm very, very hungry. So I have one more question for Lee, and then I'll have a question for Ruth, and then we'll say goodnight. The question for Lee is, what is the one thing you didn't like about the UK?
That's a great question.
The hardest part is being away from home.
We've heard of him. His name is Bon? No. Boone? Bunny?
Brian.
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 Your kid is Brian. No, that's not it.
No.
You had him once on your channel.
Oh, Ben!
Hi.
Ben, yes.
Ben,
So
yes.
you missed Ben.
Yeah, too much.
You know what? While you were gone, I didn't see Ben either, and I missed him a lot too. Well, then, thank you very much, everybody, for listening to us. Wonderful interview.
What about that
Lovely
one
Ruth.
question for Ruth?
Oh, a question for Ruth. Ruth, what did you miss the most when Leela was in the UK?
The whole band.
Missed the whole
And
band.
you know what? I was a little jealous that they got to hear your song and you sang.
They did.
Well, we heard it on Shown, but
So speaking of a new song, make sure you go to Spotify, and make sure you go to YouTube, and make sure you go to iTunes and download it, and make sure you take the new song and you share it. It's called I Just Gotta Let You Know, and you gotta listen to it, and you gotta do this.
We're ready to go.
We're ready for you. Thank you very much, and good night.